Alright, to start off, we're going to go ahead and open up the Octo banner. Select Octo banner software. Hold down Alt, left click, and drag to your desktop so you don't have to constantly go through the file to find this. And double click. I'm going to run it, hit continue, open it up to full screen. It's all preference from here. So now this is going to be your start program / software. Once you have that all cleared out, let's start doing the settings. I'm going to start with doing a new controller. We're going to go ahead and hit save for that old controller. This is what you should do from the beginning. You're going to name your controller. Let's say that we're doing an OctoPill. We'll just call it that for now for the video. Now there's a couple options here. We have none, MP3 scare only, MP3 ambient scare, and then video. Video's going to be in a later video and a later rendition of the software / hardware. Right now we're just going to hit ambient scare. We're going to hit ambient MP3, and this is where you go to get your music files. So I don't have any currently, so we can go with the none. You're also going to want to make all selected, active low. You're going to select your channels. Right here you can rename everything. Let's put fog just as an example. You can go all the way down and then you can put a comment right here as to what that output actually does. So that if you go to the software years later, you can always go back and see what it was supposed to function as. So you can go here to your media. You can also load your ambient MP3s right here, your scare MP3 right here. The most important thing in this area is basically your volume, your media delay. If you want a delay at the end of this so it doesn't constantly get triggered, you can put 15 seconds to a minute, whatever you want. It doesn't see an audio length. It doesn't see anything else. Not yet. We're going to go ahead and go to OctoPill again. Make sure that default _TTL is selected. If you hit shield, the outputs are going to be different and it's going to cause issues. So always make sure that it says default _TTL under your OctoPill, which is right here in the drop down. Actually, hold on, under pin mapping. Once you have all that there, you're going to go into your serial communications. Some of you may have issues where the COM port won't show up. You plug your Arduino in and it seems to be corrupt. No worries, it's probably because it's an off-brand clone. You're just going to want to go to www.fatalmentality.com /Octo setup, and you scroll down right here where it says error on the computer. It kind of explains why it's there. Hit drivers. You're going to download this guy. Once it's completed, you select it, hit install, and now it's going to do all the necessary files for your clones, your Arduino clones. Driver install success. You want to see this. If you don't see this, then we got an issue. Hit it, escape. Then we're going to go back into here. We see it. We now have communication with our controller. We hit connect. It says it's connected. Make sure that all this matches from the picture that's on the website and the setup to this video right here. If it's not the same, you're going to have some issues. You may not even have anything load on here, which is why we're going to go to Tools and upload firmware. Make sure that that COM port's selected. There's no other Octobanner hex files just yet, so we're going to select that one. Select Nano, hit upload. It's going to go through its process. We're just going to wait patiently. Make sure it says avrdude.exe done. Thank you. That means you have a successful upload. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit connect. It'll say connected, and that's where you confirm all of this information right here. You're also going to go to the transmit config to controller button or icon. It says upload config, please wait, receive 9 config bytes. So that's the information that's provided through doing all these different settings. You're going to hit reconnect. It's going to get connected, and all this shows up. So the next step is to basically go down here and start editing your software. The cool part about this is you can use the keyboard to record in real time, meaning when you hit the keyboard button, a relay activates. So we're gonna go ahead and select this because that's gonna send all the bytes to the board, and you can watch your prop come to life in real time. And you're also gonna select record from keyboard. So you can also toggle this with R. If you select R while you're here, it'll turn it off and on. You're gonna wanna hit play, and that'll start the show. So now this error is common. You notice how it's not doing anything, and you're like, wow, what's going on? Let's call Fatal Mentality and see what's going on. It's no issue. It's a software thing. So what you're going to want to do is go to media. It needs to know the length of time to do the show, which is why it does this little error. It doesn't quite say it's an error, but it is. So you're going to get ambient, and you're going to select sound file. Let's go into music and just see if there's something there. This may take a little bit. There may be one. There we go. We'll select chainsaw. I'm going to do the same thing for both. Oh, whoops. Chainsaw. Let's go ahead and copy this and then paste. No, we want to do the copy. Open. All right, so now that we have this, after that little distraction of ours, we're going to hit play and confirm that the audio is playing. Nice little chainsaw sound going right there. Now you see how the timeline started going. You can hit your record from keyboard button now, and the numbers from 1 through 8 will select output 1 through 8 right here. Check this out. So we're going to hit play, and this is activating all the relays in real time. You can go as crazy as you want, hit whatever you want, and then hit the space bar to pause. And then you can go back and hit play, or hit stop, play, and it'll replay your show. Now let's say that we're satisfied with this. We want to send the audio files to the SD card, so we'll sit there. If I had the SD card plugged into my computer, it would show the drive up right here, and I would select that. It's going to also make a project backup to the same SD card that's going to go into your sound module, which is useful because if you save it onto your computer and you have a whole bunch of files on there, or your computer gets corrupt, it's still going to be on this SD card. So we're going to hit transfer. Let's say that that transferred theoretically to the SD card. Good, success. We're going to go to serial communication, make sure that we're connected, and then we're going to hit this. It says the send sequence only to controller. That's good. So we want to send all of this information to the controller. You'll see the uploading. Depending on how fast your computer is, it'll show it going full. You want to confirm right here. It received 100 frames. The sequence length is 33.95, and it's saved and ready to go. So when you're done with that, you can hit this trigger button, and that confirms that your software sent over to the controller. and it did it successfully. So now we can disconnect this, plug it into the wall, and essentially we have a full-blown controller here. We don't need to change any of the programming at this point. All we have to do is plug it into the wall, put a dry contact, meaning a push button or a motion detector, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and check out www.fatalmentality.com for more updates. And yeah, have a good one.